I am Melanie Saluka. My company is Red Ink LLC, and I provide job interview tips, resume writing, and job search coaching. So today's question is a common question that you could get on an interview, which is, how did you pick your major? Now, for some of you, this is a pretty straightforward answer. Your major ties directly into what the employer is looking for you to do. So it's all wrapped up in a nice, neat little bow for you. Perfect. Don't stress about this question. Just provide your genuine, honest answer of why you chose that major in the first place and what you've learned from them, maybe what projects you've worked on specifically that tie into this, tie into the position that you're applying for. That's easy. The second type of person is, if you're still watching this, chances are you fall into the second bucket. And the second bucket is you picked a major that you didn't really know a lot about, but once you found out what the jobs were associated with that major, you didn't want those jobs, but had gone too far down the path in order to switch. Or now that you're searching for jobs, you realize that you did pick the wrong major because there isn't anything out there in the job world that you're interested in doing. So don't panic. There is a way to talk about this and sound intelligent to an employer, which is all that you want to do. What I would recommend is talk about what did you learn in that major. So let's say that you majored in economics, but you looked around, you started looking for positions, and you realized that the positions in economics are not what you would want to do for the rest of your life. You have no interest in it. You didn't think that that was going to work. So I would say that to an employer, but I would also continue talking so that the conversation doesn't end with, well, I majored in economics, but I don't want to go into economics. I want to do human resources. That's okay, but let's go a little bit further. What did you learn in those economics courses that you found is probably going to be useful in human resources or in your next position? So is it attention to detail? Did it teach you a different way of thinking? Did you have to learn something that you weren't completely comfortable with? Did it take it outside your comfort zone to stay in this major? I know that I've interviewed entry-level candidates before, and they've said, I stuck it out in this major because I like a challenge. And I didn't want to quit, and I felt that I was learning something, and I liked that the bar was pretty high. I liked that it was difficult. So I stuck with it, and it made me learn persistence. It made me focus. It made me study more than I would if I was in an easier major. All of those are fantastic answers for an employer. Like, they're really great, amazing, incredible. Because again, it's demonstrating skills. It's personal. You're relating your personal experience to the conversation. So you're not just throwing out a bunch of adjectives, but you're describing why you stayed with that major. What did you learn from it? What was your takeaway? When you reflect on your time in college and in those classes, was there one class that really sticks out in your mind that you learned a lot from, or that you were really challenged? Or maybe you learned about a different industry. You had to work on a project and you had to research the retail industry and you didn't know anything about it, but it opened up doors to knowing what to expect when you walked into a store, and being able to walk into a store and realize the whole concept of the inventory and the operations and things like that. There's other facets that go on behind the scenes of everything that you're learning in school that are just as interesting to talk about to an employer. Again, they demonstrate your intelligence. They demonstrate your perseverance. They demonstrate different skills. And it's the demonstrating those skills, which is a way better conversation in an interview than just listing those skills. So really think about the backstory. Think about what your takeaway is from everything that you've done. I'm Melanie Saluka. My company is Red Ink. And I am hopefully hosting the Your Future Awaits tour, which is coming to a college or local area near you. Thanks very much, and I'll talk to you soon.